My name is Light Yagami. I will be teaching you 3 simple steps to use people to get what you want in life. While I was a Death Note user, committed to becoming God of the New World, I quickly realized this was not a task I could do alone. I realized that even with the power that extends beyond the comprehension of mankind, there was only so much I could accomplish alone. Throughout my lifetime as a Death Note user, I was able to manipulate classmates, psychopathic love interest, the chief of the police department, and everyone around me that can potentially be used as a tool. I am not telling you this to brag, but to show you that I am very experienced in this subject, and I know what I'm talking about. Now, the first step in manipulation is to be charismatic. When people perceive you to be charismatic, it is easier to gain trust from individuals because they gain a sense of comfort and likability from you. When a person feels good to be around you, it ultimately puts their guard down, whether they want to or not, allowing me to sway their decisions to get them to do what I want. Or if that person doesn't fully trust me or has some suspicion, they are still willing to give me chances time and time again, constantly making them doubt the red flags and their own intuition. Because nobody wants to believe someone this charismatic or likable is doing shady and malicious actions behind people's back. This was how I was able to manipulate L. While he was one of the greatest detectives having some of the greatest deductive skills of all time, he wasn't able to deduce that Light Yagami, son of the chief, and friend that experienced so much together with was actually Kira. Now, did L know I was Kira? Yes, he did. But because of my charisma, I was able to manipulate L's emotions to feel like we were friends, that we were trying to catch Kira together, that I cared about him. Now, I mentioned this earlier, but the second step is your position. Another reason why I was able to manipulate so many people while I was Kira was my position in this case. I was the son of the chief of the police department, the top student in my class, and recently took on the Kira case together with L. All of these attributes to my name worked in my favor so much it seemed almost crazy for many people to believe I was Kira. I used these attributes to my name to my advantage, making it seem impossible to many of my peers that I was Kira. And anyone who considered me to be Kira was the ones who was perceived as crazy or grasping at straws. Anyone can use this tactic next time. You are in the mindset to manipulate someone. Aim to give yourself a position to look like it's impossible to have malice intent, so it gives you that much more trust in a person's head. The third, and in my opinion the most crucial step in the art of manipulation, is making the person who is being manipulated feel like they are benefiting from the situation, gaining something in return. Mikami, Misa, the police department, Ryuk, and even Rem. Every time I manipulated them, I made them believe that they would be benefiting from the situation too. With Misa, we would be together, and I loved her. With Mikami, it was I was God, and we would be changing the world together. And with the police department, it would help us get closer to catching Kira. This can also itch a person's ego, because this could make a person feel like they themselves are the ones in control, and instead, they may believe they are making use of you instead, because of your promise to help them achieve their goal, where in reality, they are the ones being manipulated. I call this the beneficial tactic, which is so amusing to me, because you can turn absolute strangers into subjects to your manipulation if you have enough charisma and conviction to convince these people. After all, they feel like they will be benefiting too. So next time, you are in a situation where you find someone you want to use to achieve your goal, make them feel like they will also be benefiting from your plan, which would ultimately persuade them to be more inclined to be open to your plan. Now, this is my first video, so I wanted to keep it short and sweet, but I have a lot more content that I could use to make a part 2 to this. But this should be enough for now to get you started. And while you won't be able to use manipulation to the extent that I did, you will still be able to have influence on the people around you to get them to do what you want. Just because I'm gone doesn't mean my influence can't change the world, and my goal is to do just that, even in the afterlife. So stay tuned for new videos, make sure you like, comment, and share my video, and I'll see you soon.